I want to take a couple minutes as a man to talk about this story. Clearly, I'm a man, can't have babies, can't deliver babies, and don't have children of my own. But I have a lot of friends, female friends, who are mothers, family members who are mothers. And when this Lindsay Clancy story came out, I thought it was, the woman killed her kids, right? There was really not much of a story there for me. Nothing much to really talk about. It's tragedy. You killed your kids. You're a murderer. You should go to jail for the rest of your life. And then I started to see this story covered more and more, the trial covered, and now there are 300 women gathered outside the courthouse in Massachusetts wearing shirts saying, "Believe she needed help, peace for Lindsay." And I said, wow, what's going on here? She killed her children. Certainly as women and mothers, you're not on her side, right? And so that was my initial reaction, right? Right? And it's just like, wow, how could this be? And so I kept seeing coverage of the trial and seeing the women in support of Lindsay Clancy, a woman, a 36-year-old woman, who killed Cora, Dawson, and Callan by strangling them with exercise bands. Her children, her own children, 3 of them. She doesn't deny it at all. And I couldn't understand, who are these people that are, like, not defending her, but, like, kind of asking for leniency. And they want people to believe what she was going through. And it's a lot of them are women. And so I reached out, part of this new Shelley, right? I wanted to understand. I didn't want to just go on the radio and start screaming, I can't believe these people are crazy. I didn't want to do that because I needed to understand. I'm not a woman. I can't give birth. I've never given birth. I never will. So and let me understand what's going on here. So I reached out to friends of mine who are mothers who've had children, and I asked them about this story. And they all said the same thing. It's really funny. Now, the women that I asked, diverse collection of women, black, white, young, old, married, single, all just diverse. Some of them conservative, some of them not. Some of them super religious, some of them not very religious. Just a diverse, because I wanted to get the answers. But they all, interestingly enough, they all said the same thing. They all said, in one form or another, one told me very specifically that after giving birth, she had thoughts of taking her child's life. She had thoughts. And she said to me, one of the most powerful things that she said to me was, there was nobody I could say that to because nobody would understand a mother having those thoughts. And when I asked other women that I knew, they said the same thing. Yes, you do have those thoughts, particularly if the relationship with the father is in flux and there's not much support going on. The waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, again at 3 o'clock, again at 4 o'clock, again at 5 o'clock, knowing that you have to go to work and be to work by 9 o'clock. All night long, every single night, crying, and there's nobody there to help you. Or at least if the man isn't, one young lady, a friend of mine, told me, yes, her husband was there, but he was just useless. He basically saw it as her job. He didn't get up in the middle of the night with her. She had to. He had to work, as he would say. She told me this. They're still married to this day, by the way. They got through it together. But they said what Lindsay Clancy is going through is not rare. Not that the killing part is rare, but the feelings is not rare. And when I heard this from these ladies, I kind of stood back. And I didn't take a different take. I still think she needs to go to jail forever, right? But I had to understand better what was going on. And it didn't become an easy tweet or an easy Facebook post to just scream and yell, who are these crazy DSA commies, women? It became more than that. It became something of understanding that what women, mothers, without many of whom may not have the supportive spouse. Because many of the people I saw commenting on Lindsay Clancy, the Ben Shapiros, the Matt Walshes of the world, their mothers of their children stay home. So when they came home from the hospital, there was a nanny, there was support, everything was there. Not to say that that's, off limits for those women to go through the same thing as well. But when I saw a lot of these so-called influencers commenting on Miss Clancy's situation, I said, let me look into this. And that's what I did. And I found out that the thoughts, she carried them out. But for a lot of mothers, white, black, rich, poor, a lot of new mothers especially, go through this. They have these thoughts. The vast majority, 99.99% of them, don't act out on it. But many of them have the thoughts. I'm not here to say Miss Clancy should not be punished to the fullest extent of the law. I'm just simply here to say I don't understand, but I got more understanding in actually talking to mothers and not just going off on the radio as a guy who will never give birth. We'll be right back. It's the Shelley Winter Show.